Hello and welcome to the CTO Show with Mehmet. My name is Mehmet, and in each episode, I will be exploring the latest trends, insights, and strategies in topics like cybersecurity, digital transformation, emerging tech, startups, and entrepreneurship. From thought leaders and innovators to entrepreneurs and founders, we will hear from experts across a wide range of industries who are driving change and making an impact in the world of tech and business. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get started. In today's episode, we are discussing one of the most pressing issues facing organizations today: data breaches. From small businesses to global enterprises, the threat of data breaches is ever present and the consequences can be devastating. But how do data breaches happen? And what are the real world consequences for individuals and organizations? More importantly, is there a way that can prevent them from happening in the first place? So let's start with the basics. A data breach occurs when unauthorized individuals or entities gain access to confidential or sensitive information. This can include personal information like names, addresses, email addresses, as well as financial information like credit card numbers, bank account details, or healthcare information like previous medical records, and so on. One useful tool to help individuals check if their personal information has been compromised in a data breach is Have I Been Pwned, created by cybersecurity expert Troy Hunt. The website allows users to search their email addresses and usernames to see if they have been included in any known data breaches. Recently, a lot of websites are integrating with Have I Been Pwned APIs, so whenever you create a new password, it will alert you that this password has been used before and it was compromised by one of the data breaches. Data breaches can happen in many different ways, including hacking, malware, phishing attacks, and physical theft of devices like laptops, smartphones, and so on. In some cases, data breaches can also occur due to simple human error, such as accidentally sending an email with sensitive information to the wrong person, or sometimes revealing the sensitive information over the phone. The consequences of data breach can be severe and long-lasting and can vary depending on the industry you are in. For example, in the healthcare industry, a data breach can lead to the exposure of sensitive patient information, including medical records and insurance information. This can result in identity theft, medical identity theft, and even harm to patients if their medical information is used improperly. In retail industry, for example, a data breach can result in the theft of credit card information, other personal information from customers. This can lead to financial loss, identity theft, and damage to the retailer's reputation. In the financial industry, a data breach can result in the exposure of sensitive financial information, including bank account details, credit card information, and this can result in financial loss and damage to the financial institution's reputation. In the education industry, a data breach can result in the exposure of sensitive student information, including academic records and personal information. Again, this can lead to identity theft and reputational damage for the educational institutions. Studies show that 29% of businesses that experience a data breach also experience a revenue loss, while 38% experience work disruptions. The cost of data breach can also be significant, with the average cost per compromised record reaching $150 in 2020. So, how can individuals and organizations do, or what they can do to prevent data breaches from happening in the first place? Here are a few tips. First and foremost, ensure that all your devices and software are up to date with the latest security patches and updates. This at least the bare minimum to close the gaps in front of the known security vulnerabilities. Second, implementing strong passwords and two-factor authentication whenever it's possible. Moreover, now there are some new technologies that leverage something called passwordless, which is a new technology that tries to remove the factor of password from the equation. But if that's not possible, again, strong passwords and two-factor authentication. Third, training. Just train your employees on proper data security protocols, including how to recognize and avoid phishing attacks, which we discussed in a previous episode, and other common security threats. Now, why also these data breaches are on the rise? If you see, threat actors used to put malware, encrypt, which is the ransomware, encrypt the data, and then ask for the ransom. Now, with end users and organizations being more and more awake against such attacks, they started to take some measures to strengthen their security postures. So, the other way the attackers can give damage is by trying to steal sensitive information. Now, the way you should think about it, it's not only from traditional approach. It's not like, okay, I have put some firewalls, I have put some security filters and EDR and so on. You need to think what's happening inside each user endpoint, what kind of data he's storing there. You need to think about which kind of sensitive data is located across your different storages, whether it's structured, unstructured storage, and what is the way that we can prevent someone with unauthorized access to get this data out. Because what we are seeing is that the attacker is inside. Before they do the encryption for the ransomware, they exfiltrate your data. So they take your data outside, and then if you opt not to pay, they will tell you, you should pay us because we have got sensitive data from you. So it's a very complicated, it's very important to take care about this approach of threat actors. But again, the steps or proactive steps that I described, whether for individuals or an organization, should at least start to help you reduce the risk of data breaches and protect, from the devastating consequences that can result. I hope you enjoyed this episode today. As usual, if you have any feedback, if you have any idea you want to share, feel free to do that. And you can reach out to me by email or through LinkedIn or Twitter. Thank you very much for listening, and until we meet again next time. Thank you.